Well, I got an update for you. I hate to announce that, oh well, little Snapcap didn't make it. I woke up this morning and he was cold and he wasn't moving. And usually when he was like that, if I just touch his tail or warm him up, I'll start crawling around. But he was definitely, he's definitely died, that's for sure. That sucks. You know, I thought he'd live a couple weeks. I didn't think he'd make it, man. He was just too young. The problem was when I was trying to feed them, but their mouths are so tiny, I'm not exaggerating, it's the size of a pinhole. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So I looked up on how to feed them. They said use a syringe, which I didn't want to do that. So what they said was just get a thread, like, you know, like thread, like needle and thread, but not the needle. Thread and dip it in milk and it'll form a drop on the end, and you put it up to its mouth. And we kept trying to do that, and sometimes we would get some in there, but he was just too little. It needed his mother. So, you know, he lived for a couple days, but that's it. The Snapcap's gone. And that sucks because I thought he was going to be like a little mascot for the channel or something. I was going to get him a cage and all that, but it didn't work. It's just too young. At least I tried. Not that any of you, I don't think any of you really care about that. The update on the Glock 23, the plate that goes in the back. You know what? Now you guys know. I know some of you were just trying to be nice, that's saying it looked good and all. But you guys know, and you guys are really looking at that, that shit did not match. It did not match. It's too black, it's too shiny, it's too glossy, it's all plastic, and I don't know what I'm doing with it. As far as the new Glock finishes go, with the new flat finishes they have, the one from this particular company don't match anymore. If you have an older Glock, like a Gen 3, an older one that still has that shiny finish, these will look good on it. But these new Glocks now, with these light, like charcoal gray, it's not even black, it's like a charcoal gray, they don't look right on it. So I put the plate back on it, and you know, I don't want my gun to look like a piece of crap. It's too nice of a gun. But there is another company that sells these. They make them out of aluminum, and thanks to you guys, you sent me the link. And I'm going to give them a call, and I'll see what they got. And but I know that the plates match perfect, but it has to be a design I like. I like the cross was cool, but I don't know. I want to think about it for a while before I put anything on this. Okay, it's got to be just right. They custom make it too. No, I'm not putting my logo on there. I just won't do it. I'm not a fan of that. But I am going to put something on there because they have real cool plates that say what the Glock is. They look kind of neat. It'll have a big G with a 23 in the middle. Maybe something like that. I don't know. But for now, it's just going to keep it plain. And one guy said, Pete, your gun looks junk. Looks like, you know, it's cheesy now. And I agree with you 100%. It does. So I took it off. So now I got to do is call Lone Wolf. And what are they going to do for me? They're going to give me my money back or what? That's the update on the Glock. Glock's back to normal. This is even either, I don't know what I'm doing with it. I'm either going to sell it or try to get credit with Lone Wolf, set it back to them. Like I said, if you have an old Glock, it'll look good, but if you have a newer one, they don't match. What's the deal with Ivory soap? You know, my wife keeps buying all these soaps, all these fucking soaps with moisturizer in them and all. I'm old school, man. I just like regular white Ivory soap. You know, the regular white Ivory soap, the kind you've been using the kind your freaking grandmother's been using. But the only problem with it is, now that I haven't used it for a while, and my wife finally bought it again, I used it. Man, that shit dissolves quick. By the time you're done washing your balls and your ass, by the time you get it up to your tits, it's the size of a postage stamp. What the hell's up with Ivory soap? Damn, that shit. Anyway, little update on my soap. So that's looking good. I wanted to show you guys this. I'm a contractor, so I got all kinds of stuff like this. I got a big one. I don't know, it's 30 gallon. I don't know what the hell this is. And I got this little DeWalt one. This cost $100. This is awesome for $100. Now you're probably saying, why the hell would you have this in your gun shop? Well, it just dawned on me when I was cleaning my Ed Brown 1911. The only part I really can't get real clean, that goes for all 1911s, unless you take them all the way down. Who the hell wants to do that every time you clean them? That's ridiculous. When you spray Ballistol or any other kind of gun solvent on there and you're cleaning your guns, it gets mixed with the gunpowder and it creates a grease. And the problem, let me go get one. I'm sitting here telling you about it. I could be demonstrating it. The problem what it is, here, look at, we'll use the Ed Brown. Here's the Ed Brown. When you're done cleaning it, when you take the slide off, when you take the barrel off, everything's clean. You can get to everything. But the gun solvent runs down into here and then gets in here on the trigger, inside here. And every time you move the trigger back and forth, like that, this gun has been safety checked. And remember, the hammer's down. It is a single action gun. You cannot fire this gun, even with the grip safety. So in case you're a safety Sally and you have no experience with guns, which happens a lot on this channel, and you have no experience, chill. So every time I pull the trigger and go like this, the grease will keep coming out and coming out and coming out and coming out, and it would just keep coming out. And I kept getting a paper towel, wiping it and wiping it and wiping it. Shit just keeps coming out and coming out. So what you do is, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use it for my gun shop. I'm going to get a lightweight hose for it. Now they have the heavyweight hoses. They're hard to work with. The lightweight ones, the thin ones, they're clear. They have a coil, and I have a little air gun thing. And what I'm going to do is, when I'm done taking this all apart, before I put it back together, I can get the air down inside the frame and blast all that grease out of the trigger. And you can shoot it in this way, because what happens is the trigger, it has a rubber nipple on it, so you can put it right up against it and go all in there and blow all that fucking grease out, and then go in here with a rag and clean it. I mean, it probably won't get it all out of 100%, but I guarantee you it'll be like 80% better, because I don't want to take my Ed Brown apart down to the trigger to get that grease out of there. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use it for that. And you know, when I do take my guns completely apart, it's great to blow out the frame with some air. And what's great about this air compressor is I can adjust the air any way I want. I can make it 100 pounds, 80 pounds, 60 pounds, 40 pounds, 20 pounds, whatever I want. If I'm working on something delicate, I can adjust it. Okay, there's your tank pressure, there's your regulator pressure. Your regulator works with this. This is just tells you if your tank's full. And this thing works great. I've framed out decks with this. I mean, granted, it has to recover quicker, but I swear to God, I framed out decks with this. I framed out a whole attic with this. I turned the attic into an apartment for my sister. And this thing will shoot through studs, everything, man. This thing's amazing, and you can carry it like a suitcase. But I figure, hey, it's sitting out there, why let it go to waste? We'll use it as a machine shop air compressor. Every machine shop has an air compressor. So, it's definitely, it has a place here. So I just want to show you that. I love tools, man. I love tools almost as much as I love guns. Not quite, but almost. I have a lot of friggin' tools. A lot. Yeah. So that's it. This is a little update. Sorry about Snapcap. It just didn't work out. Sorry about the Glock plate. Just didn't work out. And this is a new addition. This is such a great thing for cleaning dust, metal chips, just dirt. Especially in the gun field, everything has to be squeaky clean. Got to have a compressor. I strongly recommend that you get yourself a little air compressor. You don't even have to get one this big. They have real little tiny ones. They're called pancake compressor, and just put it under your workbench with a hose and a little trigger nozzle, and you're good to go. Awesome. So just wanted to show you that. I'm going to put a link under this video. Tom's got a really important gun rights video. You know, about the Fast and Furious. And, you know, trying to support gun rights, gun organizations, all that. It's real important right now. He talks about the HR 822. That's a real big thing right there. Man, I hope that goes through. And he brings up, you know, what Eric Holder did. Wouldn't that be funny if Eric Holder's middle name was Dick? You know? Eric Dick Holder.